Hey there, Kenneth French of Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. We're very, very happy you stopped by. Either you're going to watch this or listen to this because you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably an entrepreneur who's either just starting out or you've been around for quite a while and you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably a real estate investor, maybe even a real estate agent, maybe a professional or of some sort, professional advisor of some sort. And well, you are stopping by because you need some valuable advice from one of the top industry leaders there is. Anyway, thank you very much. Once again, Kenneth French, Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. Really glad you stopped by.
What are the 5 best resources for a small business owner as far as business automation and AI? Hey there, Kenneth French, vastsolutionsgroup.com, here to help you with the top 5 ways that you could build your business, hopefully by automating via AI, to make you a successful business owner. Who knows? Maybe you'll even be the next Google because of these automations. Let's get right to it. Cassidy.ai. Now, one thought is, let's say you're a business owner and you're struggling, right? You're doing everything on your own. Well, you could dump all of your spreadsheets, all of your data, all of your drives into Cassidy.ai. And what's the result? When your client is calling in or your clients are coming in, your prospects are coming in, that AI, basically bot that they've put together, will answer all the questions based on the knowledge base, as they call it. Justin Feinberg, as the one who owns the company, basically it puts together a bunch of answers in response to the client's questions based on the knowledge base of all the stuff you've entered into the system. It's a really good little system. I think it's $450. I'm sure you could get discounts. By the way, I get paid nothing for any of these. But what I would say is, that's going places. They just raised $3 million, and I'm sure they're going to be raising a lot more. It's really for the small business owner who needs a little hand up, doesn't want to be answering the phone all the time as far as prospects, customer service, et cetera, business automation, which there's going to be a theme here. Well, Cassidy.ai. A second one, Bardeen.ai. It's only like $10 a month. Basically, you can automate almost every business system you have in one smart way is Bardeen.ai. Now, this is an interesting use case. We had a real estate agent who had just implemented that system, and he was saying that it's taken 4 hours off of his desk that he normally would have to spend per day. Don't know if that's true. Don't know if the numbers are accurate, but more than anything, it's a resource for you as a small business owner should think about. By the way, I'm going to do a small review. By the way, why am I here talking about this? Well, AI, we've been in AI. Really, we started in 2010. We had our own model start in 2018 that we call Einstein. We know a thing or two. Generally speaking, we don't do our AI model for clients. We do it internally for our clients. Now, a couple law firms are asking us to do some stuff. We have a real estate agent who's asking us to do some automation for them. But generally speaking, that's not our deal. But I'm trying to get across to you as a small business owner, it might make sense to use some of these automations to help you, and largely with the foundation that being under using artificial intelligence. I'm also going to make a note. A lot of these, maybe not these, but a lot of AI players out there, all they are is basically a wrap. It's an AI wrap. They're using ChatGPT, they're using Gemini, they're using Claude by Anthropic. So any of those are basically, any of the companies now are doing wraps around them. Instead of saying, oh, we're ChatGPT, they're putting their own wrapper, their own packaging around ChatGPT as an example, or Gemini underneath them. But now what's unique about these are all, they're all straight from manufacturer to the client, to you guys. So I think they're a little unique. We've been doing something like this for years with basically an underpinning of not even Gemini's interface, but something underneath it, which is called TensorFlow. So it's really going to the manufacturer more so than just a wrap, by the way. Anyway, I've already gone over Cassidy and Bardeen. Now, if you're doing, we have a client who called in and they were trying to automate some of their stuff for X and Twitter. Drippy, DRIPPI.ai. It automates your post to X, especially if you're trying to get your word out, get your name out there on social media. That's one thing to look at, and it's relatively cost effective. Instead of you being the one who's putting together the post, every day or every hour, sometimes with X, right? The system's doing it for you. And man, it makes it really nice if you don't have to be the one who's posting, by the way, who's also replying to some of the posts. Again, business automation, it's going to be the thing of the future if you haven't already looked at it. Blue Prism, maybe for the bigger company, I think it's a little bit more expensive. But what I would say is if you're more kind of going towards the enterprise route, you have a customer service desk. This makes it so instead of having, let's just say, 5 customer service people, you can only have 1, and you can oversee the enterprise of Blue Prism with respect to answering kind of the big queries, the multiple if-then queries, if-else queries. It gets really complicated. Their system's a little bit better for the bigger company. Now, rounding it out again for a big company is UiPath. It's really for, let's say, as an example, you have multiple offices, and basically it answers an AI desk all in one place for multiple offices, multiple people, even multiple countries. So meaning it's a really nice aggregator of AI. So what I would say is for all these 5, now I'm not going to offer any guarantees. It's just, either clients have used them, people we know have used them, we know the backers of them. At least think about business automation. I don't care if it's one of these 5. It will make sense for you to deploy, for you to use some type of business automation system with AI. And if you're not using some type of AI business automation, well, your competitor sure will, and he or she will be able to make a higher rate of return because things are automated. Now, I have a complaint sometimes that I hear, well, you're going to do away with staff, you're going to do away with, headcount. That might be the case. But at the same time, you might be able to offer a service or a product to a client or a customer that you wouldn't ordinarily do so because now your fees or your expenses are lower. So who knows? Maybe some people out there will now have access to some of your products or services that they wouldn't have had just because you have business automation services in-house, and it makes it very simple for you to do a transaction, for you to answer a call, for you to answer a customer service call, because your costs are lower. It's going to be potentially helping a lot more people out there. Now, I'm just throwing that out. Now, what I would say is AI has unbelievably helped us. I cannot tell you how much it's helped us. It's made us more efficient. It's made us so we can help clients so much quicker. And it's helped us to help with onboarding. It's helped us with really what we truly use it for, and that's tax liability mitigation. If there's a way to lower taxes ethically, morally, etc., I'd rather have our machine, if you will, our brain, Einstein as we call it, do it with a CPA overseeing it versus just a CPA, he or she, trying to analyze a tax return. They won't be able to follow and find some of the one returns or the potential issues that there are in place by doing a huge deep analysis that Einstein would be able to do. Now, if you're interested, if you need any help with respect to these automations, to lowering tax liability based on AI, business automation, etc., go to our website. We have some tools there at vastsolutionsgroup.com. Get us, and what I would say, email us here at info@vastsolutionsgroup.com if you have any suggestions to go over and above these 5. Once again, Kenner French, speaking on behalf of Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs, and vastsolutionsgroup.com, our little company that's been around since 1969 that's helping entrepreneurs all over the country. Thank you.